But let's get into this trailer because we have a trailer we're going to discuss. We're going to watch it. Where the hell did it go? It's over here somewhere. And I'm very excited to hear Chris Carr's thoughts on this. Let's bring up the trailer itself. Here we go. I'm going to start.
We're going to watch it. Why would I watch it ahead of time?
Well, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. We're not going to actually watch the whole thing. We're just going to basically.
Seems like you did a little too much work, Chris.
I know it's true. Yeah.
Story of my life.
Okay, here's this one.
Famous around the world.
You just even that the first shot, Chris. You know, with them in this moment. You know, I think what it secures is that like these are the protectors of this galaxy.
Yeah, they're their Beatles.
Yeah, they're Beatles. You have tons of thoughts on this already. What were your overall thoughts on this trailer?
Oh man, I'm already just really hyped about this movie, but this is the one that secures it for me. That this is such a love letter to 1960s sci-fi and kind of like body horror and things like that, and the Silver Age of comics themselves too. Kind of in the same way that the Full Circle comic by Alex Ross is very, very like Jack Kirby psychedelic art. That was the thing that made this so special. This was really, really great, and this whole trailer really just kind of ties that bow for me of. Oh, at the very least, this is being handled as a, hey, I love this kind of filmmaking. I love this time period. I love this kind of mod aesthetic. And I love these types of stories. And it feels like a really cool time capsule. I love how different it feels from the rest of the MCU right now. It's got a little bit of Time Bureau in it, but it just feels like its own universe, as it should, because it is.
I can see that, but there you go.
Same. Kind of pretty much exactly what I had written down.
That's what you wrote.
But I mean, just this shot right here, I'd like it already.
Are you kidding? Or are you for real?
Oh no, I like you said, the Time Bureau. I love that aesthetic, and I'm down.
But they have them the fact that like they've been doing. It seems like in this world, it's separate from the MCU. Obviously, they're in a different galaxy, and it seems like that this was they've been on doing this for a long time.
Please welcome
like
the Fantastic Four.
Like the Ted Gilbert show clearly is. We don't know who the hell that is, but that's like something that's our version of whatever, you know, Ed Sullivan or whatnot. And the way that they're playing that and how important they've been overall and the setup to it. And I agree with you, Chris. I haven't been like I wasn't as hyped for this movie as I was some of the other things that are coming out. But out of all of the trailers thus far, this is the one that made me say, "Oh, I think I'm interested now."
Yeah, it helps that this is the one that gives us like the clearest point of what's going on in this movie too.
It does, and like even you got them all set up here now. It's hell breaks loose.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's the first time you kind of see his. No, I guess you saw his powers in one of the other ones too. But I think what they did is they also took the note. There were a few different notes that people were like, "Oh, you don't really see much of his powers," and the other note we'll get to in just a second because I don't love the fact that I think they're getting too scared that they had to change Johnny, like John, because what's his face? Joseph Quinn said that he's not going to be like a womanizing guy. That's the whole point of Johnny. He's got to kind of come around and do that. But what they did, I don't know if you noticed, they added a line in here where I don't know if they added it in the movie, but they made sure to show it in the trailer. That when Johnny comes flying by, the women are like, "Oh, hey, Johnny." So it's like, no, the women still dig him. He's just really nice to him now.
Yeah.
You know. You don't agree, Chris?
No, I like Johnny when he's kind of a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy when he's a bit of a heel.
I hope
because it's a character in a film and not a real person. Right. Is that why you can handle that?
Right. So, well, they show the Invisible Woman. They show her. They show all the powers. Pretty great.
Human Torch.
So just like he just kind of gives a nod, but you know, meanwhile, the Johnny we know is like, thanks. He picks them both up and he goes into the hotel room. Yeah. But I'm with you though. What I like, look at the background there of what the old school like 60s feel there of these the dry cleaners, everything. I like the tone of it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go get a chopped cheese in that delicatessen.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh please.
And the thing. Hey, what the?
Yeah, and this whole bit about the clobbering time, you know he's going to say it.
Oh, 1,000%. We basically see the moment where it feels like he will say it at the end of this trailer.
And I'm glad that they didn't show him say it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, save that moment. Save the moment.
Time is it? Say the thing.
Say the thing. I think I've seen every other corner I go to in New York, I see that guy. I love True Classic. That's how I'm going to start this. I have fallen in love with them. I have so many new things, whether it comes to t-shirts, whether it is sweatpants, things I go to the gym for. I love it. I absolutely love them. At True Classic, the mission goes beyond fit and fabric. It's about helping guys show up with confidence and purpose. The gear fits right, it feels amazing, and it's priced so guys everywhere can step into confidence without stepping out of their budget. What really sets them apart, it's not just about the fit or the fabric, it's the intention behind everything that they do. True Classic was built to make an impact, whether it's helping men show up better in their daily lives, giving back to undeserved communities, or making people laugh with ads that don't take themselves too serious. They lead with purpose. So I have been loving True Classic. I got them. I've got a bunch of things that, again, like I said, shirts, pants, and I told my wife the other day, I said, I don't know if I want to go anywhere else right now. True Classic. I mean, I'm telling you, I went out to go out with some friends. I was wearing this True Classic t-shirt. They fit really nice. They just they're comfortable. It's good material. I love it, and you don't have to worry about it. Just get rid of the overpriced designer brands. Ditch the disposable fast fashion. True Classic is built for comfort. It's built to last, and it's built to give back. You can grab them anywhere, Target, Costco. You can head to trueclassic.com/Kristian. That's where you really should go, and get hooked up today. You will love it. I have been swearing by it. I'm telling you, this is me telling you straight up. I love this brand. I love True Classic. Say anything.
It's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon.
Hey, it's animated. It's not cartoons.
Yeah.
So this is yeah. Again, I think that the way that this is a good setup to, like, this is who they are. This is what they're doing. They're on the top of their game. I think Johnny looks pretty good as Storm. Yeah,
Joseph seems to be doing a great job. I do hope we get a little bit of that fame going to his head kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're late for Sunday dinner.
How do you feel about? Because and I'll let Brett hear. You're going to hear it a few times, Brett. But like, Chris, how do you feel about the theme song? Fantastic! Oh,
I actually really love it. It feels so epic. It feels like Disney went whole hog on this. Of just, this is going to be very, very big and cinematic, but it also does feel like an old 1960s score that would do that kind of thing.
I hated it at first, and then by the end of the trailer, I loved it. It was like the goats in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like I'm like, it's like fantastic. Oh, and I'm like, do I hate this? And then I'm like, no, I think I like it. You'll hear it, Brett. You'll hear it.
I like it a lot. We did a breakdown of this kind of on Two Philly Casuals with Raul Ceballos, who does MCU breakdowns, and
yeah,
his whole breakdown of the score is killer.
It fits it. It works. It does. It just took me a second, but I got there.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time.
I see. He's trying to push him to say Robert again, which is great.
It's dinner time.
Yeah. Now okay. Right away here, by the way, this is what I dig about this, because they're showing you the lighthearted moments and everything of what they're doing, and then they show you kind of that shit's about to go down. This is Galactus. No, well, I guess this is Surfer first, right, Chris?
Yes, yeah. First, we're gonna have the Herald come in.
Right.
I love their little Dick Tracy watches too, alerting them to the danger.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's so sci-fi, old school.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
All of that is pretty daunting. So, Brett, what are you making of it so far?
I love it, and I love how that just got super serious and not cheesy. Like, it just I'm like on the edge of my seat, man.
Yeah, I herald this. I herald this. Yeah, and so we still don't know who Harold is, though. That joke coming in quick. All right. Chris Gard shakes her head in disapproval.
Hi, hungry. My name's Harold.
Hey, Harold. What's going on? Harold, can you make me a sandwich? Yeah, sure. You're a sandwich. Whoa.
Whoa.
Welcome back to the show, Brett. All right, let's see.
What is that?
Oh, is this
Get
Galactus?
out of here, man!
See,
Harold.
yeah. Harold, what are you doing? You're back.
Is this the more accurate head of this guy? Is
So the
this
thing? Yeah, it seems way more accurate than in
the previous one? Yeah.
It seems like it. And then
Hold on!
yeah, I mean, even I'm with you, Chris, on the sci-fi element of it all. And then the press, the way that they're really, I mean, there's a lot going down. This is one of my favorite moments in the trailer, actually, is what he says to Reed.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
I love the answer. That was very Joel. That was very Joel in that moment, right? He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you here. It's like we've been the protectors for a long time. I can say that normally we're like, don't worry about it. We got this. This time, I don't know, because I hope, because in a world of MCU right now that we've seen things a million times over, I hope they lose. I hope that this world eats it, and I hope
think they will.
You think so?
Yeah.
They're kind of forced to go to our world.
I think it's going to be an escape, and it's going to be that kind of world collapsing situation.
Right. And like one of those things where it's just, it's because if you think, Sam and I just finished Quantumania, which will come out on Friday. And you really do see the plan for what they were trying to do with Kang and the things they mentioned with Kang. So like, I wonder how much, because the world's colliding, like how much that was going to be done with Kang, before all the shit went down. But like, because I think you got to put the stakes out there. I think they've got to lose their world.
Absolutely.
Right?
Well, because we also need to understand too, we've had an issue with multiverses already and people not really enjoying that whole saga or the lack of stakes.
Right.
And I think it's a really bold move to go, no, an entire universe will be destroyed because that's what this villain does.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole flavor of the weak villain, you can't really do with Galactus. He's an actual intergalactic multidimensional threat.
How does that combine with Doom?
Well,
yeah.
For the MCU, it's
Right.
hard to say. It's very hard to say with the current state of things and the downing of it all.
Well, because because Galactus has been just touted as the Fantastic Four villain. So if he destroys this universe, then what does he just do? Right afterwards, he goes for a coffee somewhere. Like he doesn't come back, because
I was gonna say I started to do it. Actually, the ship that we saw earlier, that's his ship. That's Tattoo. That's the whole. His desire was to make that larger than all of existence, and that's what he would populate after he destroyed all.
Okay,
and to satiate his hunger.
And is Doom going to be fighting against him or with him or nothing in general?
I would believe that Dr. Doom would be fighting against him because Doom has his own machinations and he doesn't want to be gobbled up. No one does at the end of the day, but Doom is going to wheel and deal with this guy.
So interested. Brett, did you have any idea that Downey was playing Dr. Doom?
Oh yeah, no, I know about that. Okay. Yeah, but what's crazy for me as a cash is that you're telling me like not just like this planet, like this entire universe is going to be destroyed. Right. That's pretty heavy for me. I'm taken aback.
Yeah, I mean that's
that's pretty crazy.
They need to get to that level again of loss in the way that you remember the way that the audience reacted to Infinity War and like it's like that was the kind that's what everybody was talking about. The stuff in between, people were just like, oh yeah, okay, sure, it was good, but it all led to Infinity War and us caring. But like you got to have one of those moments, and we're so far into these again since Infinity War and Endgame, No Way Home, but there hasn't been anything with that kind of like feel of like, I'm not just talking about movies that are good. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was good. I thought Thunderbolts was good, but there hasn't been anything yet to really get us caring about, all right, where does this go next? And this could be that if they handle this right.
Well, so this goes back to the idea of Avengers level threats too, just not pocket stories. As much as I like the boots on the ground too, you do have to have a reason for everybody to assemble.
Yeah, and I mean, the goal is that they get everybody so invested in these four characters again that by the time you get to those post-credit scenes, you're like, okay, where's this going now? where's this going? So, and then you see a lot of the kid, by the way, because we know she's pregnant in the beginning of it. You see, I mean, the kid's clearly, it looks like they're going to jump right into it. Like, you know, at least that kid looks at least what, 3-4 months old.
Yeah,
maybe more,
maybe 4, maybe 5.
4. Right.
I don't know,
Right.
5, yeah. 36 months.
What's that sign say? Earth
Believed.
believed. Okay, so they turn
Past
on them?
tense.
Right. So what do they believe on? What do they used to believe? Because these people don't look happy with her.
Mm-mm.
So maybe they changed. You know, they weren't able to protect him, and it's going down. So now they're turning.
She was on maternity leave.
We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
So even when he says that we're going to make it right, what went wrong?
Well, in previous trailers, he's talked about how he put out the beacon, the call, essentially, to Galactus by playing around with that kind of multidimensional communication system.
Okay, so Galactus comes in. Obviously, there he is. Like, Brett, that's the size of their threat that they're fighting this time around.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty insane.
You don't want to
How are they
just
going to do that?
crush him like that.
And the cars are pretty.
The 4 of us will face the danger.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like jets
We
and
will
stuff.
protect you.
That little red car is on the poster, too.
Is it? Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, Brett, I mean, you studied that poster.
Yes. Right.
Yeah,
You
front
know.
and back.
You know.
Front and back. I love that. I love it.
Stuff.
Yeah, I love that scene when he's kicking the bus around.
Yeah, that's
How are they going to fight that? How do they fight that? How do you? It's like
assumption. I don't know.
But is he not see, and this is where the rookiness of me comes in with this stuff, Chris. He's not a celestial though, is he?
Oh gosh, honestly, I'm not sure. This is where I wish Coy was here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what his actual status is in here. But I mean, very similar to kind of like how Strange bargained with Dormammu.
You're
That's
right.
what we see a lot of times happen with Galactus.
Dormammu.
Doom is one of the people who's bargained with him or kind of challenged him in some kind of way. So maybe something like that happens of, if you think it's good here, what if I sent you to this place? Or what if I gave you access over here? Or there might be some kind of reckoning that they try to do with him.
Yeah, I'd like to see how they're going to make that work, because especially, like I said, it's just so interesting, because Doom's got to show up in the post. I mean, he's got to. So does he get involved with them at the end? Does he? Yeah. How do you fight that thing just walking around kicking buses? Like, how do you do that?
I don't know if they do this, but Doom has been a herald of Galactus before. That just seems like an odd way to introduce him.
Yeah, it would be. All right, so
But-
keep going. Yeah, a lot of stuff with the baby. A lot of stuff with the baby. Well, we know how important the baby is going to be, especially in for Secret Wars. I think doesn't Doom like kidnap him or something along those lines?
This constantly happens. Franklin Richards is like the most powerful entity oftentimes in Marvel.
Okay, so that's what they're kind of setting this kid up. Is he a good guy?
Usually.
Okay, he's usually a good guy. So, all right, well, they're introducing this new character. And look, I think that is kind of important to do, in the same way we talked about how Pixar's really just been dropping the ball lately and just not been able to do anything. Remember the original stuff, right? And look, and you're like, well, it keeps greenlighting sequels and everything too. You can't have sequels to things eventually if you don't have original IP in the first place to have sequels based off of those things, right? This kid is an original entity. He could be, okay, look, we're making this kid here. Here's a new character. If you care about him enough, we're going to introduce him on later on in the franchise, and he could be pretty important, depending especially on how Endgame and all that stuff happens. So, okay.
About connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
Oh yeah, family. And now the audience is back on board. So, yeah, it seems like they're way more excited there, because they're going to go in their ups and downs. It seems like.
Just like any public figures.
Right. Okay, so moving on. Oh, you hear that? So, Brett, did you hear the Fantastic Four?
Oh, I love it.
The Fantastic Four. Yeah, there's it. I know this is the moment. I think you're right, Chris. Like this is where does it thing have a beard? By the way, it looks like
Yes, he does.
Do you ever have a beard in the comics?
He does. So in a Jonathan Hickman run, he has it in a future kind of thing. I think it's in like the 5000 and something or other. He has a beard. And then there's a really silly one in the 1960s where he disguises himself as Blackbeard the pirate, but he just like wears a fake beard. And people are like, yep, that's Blackbeard. That's not Ben Grimm, the Thing.
Ridiculous. Well, it's like Superman putting on glasses.
Oh, comics are great. I love them.
This is a very Johnny Storm and Thing moment here for sure.
What time is it, Ben? No. What time is it, Ben? No, Johnny. Say it! I don't wanna! Say it!
He's going like this at that point. So you know he's gonna say it.
Yeah.
He's gonna say it. And yeah, well, they're making the whole thing but that's okay. So next time someone says to me, you don't like humor in things anymore. Why don't you like humor in things? I do. I like it balanced. And so this is my point. It's clever in the way that they're like, okay, you're going to see this be a bit from the second he's walking through and the guy goes, say it at clobbering time. He's like, it's in the cartoons. And then what time is it? It's cooking time. They're going to keep using that bit throughout it. So by the time that he finally does it, it's earned and the audience is going to cheer when he finally says it.
There's going to be a huge pop. Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Go nuts. They're going to go nuts when he finally says it because look, they would have applauded in the first place because it's his tag phrase, right? But if you build it and he doesn't want to say it, and then it's when he finally does do it, it's a smart way to do it, and I'm glad that they did it that way. And then she looks great as Sue Storm, by the way. I didn't really say she looks great.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Torch coming up. Yeah. So yeah, the trailer, man. I think it looks pretty solid. I think it looks solid. Brett, you said from what you saw, not seeing any of it. Thoughts?
I'm stoked.
Yeah,
it's fun. Yeah, I love it. I'm excited. Not excited to see, but I'm like, it's interesting to me that you're saying it's going to have such a fatal end kind of a thing to it, and I think that's
thinking. We're thinking.
It could.
Thinking. But
yeah,
you're probably right.
Yeah, it could.
Kriss knows the comic books, so she's probably right.
That's true. But Kriss, this is you and I seem to be on the same page here. This is the best trailer thus far.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you were on the fence about this movie, I think this is the one that pushes you over to go, okay, I'm going to see it. This looks like it's at least very fun.
Yeah, I agree. So the question is then from you guys, what do you make of this? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know.